Hello everybody and welcome to this video. Let me start off by saying there's a reason why you have clicked on this particular video. There's a connection that is just waiting to be tapped into that connects you with the spirit Bune and that sets you up to achieve what you desire. Okay? This video will be about pact making with Duke Bune. I already have an in-depth 20-minute tutorial about how to summon Duke Bune, and you should definitely watch that first so you know how to evoke a spirit, because you should evoke Duke Bune at least a few times and be able to clearly communicate with him before you are thinking about making a pact. So make sure to check the first video out in the description where I make an in-depth tutorial on how to summon Duke Bune and how to connect with Duke Bune, what offerings he prefers, so on and so forth. So this video will be about pact making. First of all, let me start off, why should one make a pact? A pact is like an agreement, it's like a contract between you and the spirit. You declare what you are willing to give during a certain time frame and what you seek during that time frame to be manifested with the help of the spirit. Okay? It's a give and take. An important factor of the pact is that it has to be realistic. And the better you can make it sound for the spirit, the more you can give, the more likely it is that the pact will be accepted and your personal desires will be manifested. This is very, very important. So don't offer to burn an incense stick once a week and try to ask for $1 million a month, right? You want to offer something that is comparable to the results that you are seeking. That's the first important factor of making a pact. The second important factor of the pact is you have to do the work to achieve the results that you are asking for. The spirit will bless you with the synchronicity. So there's no guesswork if it will work. It will indefinitely work, 100%. You just have to put in the work to manifest and generate the energy, and the spirit will do the rest. There are many people that seem to be working hard all of their life, but still they are stagnant. They don't get what they want. They don't get where they want. When you're working with Duke Bune, it will be surely different, because there's a thing called synchronicity, being in sync with your goals, being in the right place at the right time. That's very important. You might have heard of it several times before, right? It's not just about luck. It's about the absolute confirmation that your actions will result in the desired. If you're thinking about making a pact, it is important to put in the work. Okay, that's the second point. The third point is, if you're thinking about making a pact with Duke Bune, you should have established a relationship with Duke Bune. You should be able to at least communicate or hear Duke Bune. It's very important. If you're not able to sense spirits yet, and if you're doing a ritual and you don't feel anything changing, you have to practice more. You have to open your astral senses. You can do that by meditating at least 10 to 20 minutes before doing the ritual, so you can clear your mind and focus on what is in front of you. Also, the more you do the rituals, the more you do the spells, the better you will get at sensing spirits. Okay? You don't sit yourself on a bike and just start to ride it. You don't just stand up as a baby and start to run a marathon, right? You have to practice first. And it's the same with everything. Don't give up. Stay dedicated. This is also kind of like the same as with point 2 you're sensing here, right? Because if you really seek something, you also have to be willing and able to do the work that is required. Number 4. The demons will not help the most desperate. They will help the most dedicated. Okay? The more you can give, the more you will receive. This is also what I've told you at point 1. Don't think you are entitled to get anything. You have to do the work, and you have to be of use for the spirit. You have to value, appreciate, respect the spirit. If you're looking what kind of offerings you should give in a pact, or what can I offer in a pact, right? Do I have to sell my soul? No, you don't have to. You have to think about it as an energetic calculation. You have to give the spirit energy so it can perform for you, but still has some energy left from this transaction to benefit itself, right? It's a give and take. So what I actually recommend is what you can offer. Here are some things. Number 1, you can offer regular blood offerings from your pricked finger. You can use a lancet, prick your finger. I also talk about this in the evocation of Bune video. Number two, you can have an altar that you regularly bring offerings to. You can regularly, buy a nice cigar for Bune, buy a nice rum, some flowers, depending on your budget, right? Share something with Bune that you personally enjoy, so on and so forth. Number three, to prove your dedication and willingness, you can also offer to sacrifice a certain part of your life. Let me give you an example. If you are in a toxic relationship and you plan to start your own business, this won't work out, and you know it, right? You know it. If you have somebody putting you down all the time and you plan to start being really successful, these two factors work against each other. So what you could do is, you could say, hey, to show that I'm really dedicated to this goal that I want to manifest here, I will get out of the relationship that I'm in right now, even though it will cause me emotional pain in the short term. I mean, this doesn't benefit the spirit. This is just to prove that, hey, I'm willing to do the work, right? You should still connect it with some of the other points, which are giving offerings on a regular basis, giving blood on a regular basis, and or doing services for the spirit. For example, you go on a forum, post about your experience. You go on YouTube, just like I am, and make a video about the spirit saying, hey, I have manifested my goals. The spirit has helped me. So I will help the spirit to gain more attention, to gain more traction in this physical realm, because then more people are giving offerings to the spirit. And if you yourself can manifest that 5 or 10 or 20 or hundreds of people connect with Duke Bune and regularly give offerings to him, that will benefit each and every party. That will benefit the people that are working with Duke Bune because they are manifesting their goals with the help of Duke Bune. That will benefit you because Duke Bune will recognize, hey, thanks to this particular human here, he has helped me to gain more attention, and now I'm getting more energy, so I will help him also more, right? It's it's a give and take, guys, and this is what you have to think about it as in a business relationship. You want to do something for your business partner and also receive what you're asking for back. And you will be more and more motivated to give back as you start to see more and more results and changes. And now let's get maybe down to the terms of the pact. So now you know what you can offer in a pact, right? You know what you offer in a pact. If it is a pact that is over several years, I definitely recommend that you offer regular offerings, regular blood, service, and or to sacrifice a certain part of your life where you know it will benefit your goals, to really show, okay, hey, I'm dedicated. So now how you go about making the pact, what kind of terms? You really want to write it out like in a business contract. You definitely want to write down all of the things that you are willing to do, and you want to really specify what you want to receive. When you're making a pact, it's important that you do this in a ritual setting, and you want to do an evocation. First of all, please follow the tutorial that I already have uploaded on the channel. It's very in-depth, guys. So if you don't know how to do an evocation, just watch the video and come back to this one after. So you want to do an evocation and be in full contact with Duke Bune. And afterwards, after you've done the evocation, you will write out your pact together with Duke Bune in communication. So both parties are actually happy. And maybe he will tell you, no, change this or change the time frame, or you could also do this, and yeah, that's fine, whatever. You will have the sensation of, okay, here I need to change something, here it's good, or whatever. And you definitely know what you're asking for, right? So you write this out. You write it down on a piece of paper. You can use a feather to write it with ink, because it's a little bit more classical. And afterwards, after the pact is done, how do you confirm the pact? What's the next step? What you will have to do is you will draw 2 lines so both parties can sign the contract. When you sign the contract, what you do is you will prick your finger or fingers to have enough blood to write down your name in blood on the line. Duke Bune will give an astral sign and will sign the pact astrally, so it is binding and in power. What you can do afterwards is, of course, you will enjoy the evocation, right? You will present maybe some offerings to say thank you and really looking forward, whatever, right? Just follow the instructions in the other video. As soon as the pact is done, what you will do is you will roll up the pact, you will fold it and put it in a secret space where nobody has access to, or you can also burn it down. Or the third way, what I like to do personally, which is very, very powerful, guys, and this is really like some secret sauce right here, okay? What you can do is whenever you're doing an evocation of Duke Bune, whenever you're giving offerings, you can reinforce, re-empower the pact that you are making by putting blood onto the pact time and again, and read through the pact. Why do you do this? Because you put the blood on, and then you read and really imagine, really visualize the goals that you've written down on this pact, okay? Really, really visualize, and again, read through what you have promised to do, so you can hold yourself accountable to following through with the pact. Okay, you don't ever want to break a pact. If it so comes along that you realize, hey, I really effed up here, I did something, I wrote something here and I need to change something. Okay, don't worry too much. You don't want to do this in general. Like, I don't recommend you doing this, but if you really messed up and you have to change a condition, just do an evocation, talk to the spirit, and offer something to be able to change that particular, kind of phrase. Make a petition. Write the petition down, what exactly you want to change, and then you readjust up on that. Okay? So this is very, very important, guys. And I want to give you 2 more tips when you're at this stage of making a pact. It's about the before and after. You want to do a banishing after you've done the pact, and you want to do a cleanse of the room before you've done the pact. Okay, before you start the evocation, you want to cleanse out the whole room so the ritual doesn't get hijacked by any kind of lower level being. You can do that with the power of Lucifer. There are many videos on YouTube explaining how to cleanse a room. It's very important to neutralize all of the energy and then tap into the energy of the amazing Bune. Or what you also can, or then afterwards, what you should do is, close the gates that you've opened, so no residual beings are put into your house or wherever you're doing this. No worms are coming through, no parasites are attaching to you. That's very, very important when you're doing, a pact where you also offer blood and sign and blood and so on and so forth. It's a huge amount of energy. You can kind of like compare it when you're in when you drop yourself into a dark room, into an absolute dark, gigantic room, and then you are a huge flashlight lighting up, and all of the insects, everything is being drawn to you, of course, right? You're evoking the attention of a lot of different, beings and energies. So it's important to cleanse before and banish afterwards, just to stay healthy and in a good mindset. So the time frame. What can you expect at when? What I've experienced usually is that pacts really start to kick in after a few months, okay? And it's really different depending on the situation and what you're asking for. But for me, for my particular pact that I've made with Bune, I've entered this, and then I've not seen it manifest until a few months in. And then it really, really started to gain traction. And, I've really started to think, oh man, I really start to see all of these results that I've asked for. It really starts to be better and better and better and better. I'm working with Bune together regarding my businesses, right? And I've really started to see the traction and the effects a few months in. And before, I was really more in a learning phase, in a relearning phase, in a readjusting phase to set myself up for that particular success, okay? So you really have to, when you do the pact, don't give up. And if you have promised to maybe give offerings every week or every day, stay consistent with it. Even if you don't see the results, don't get frustrated. It will manifest. I can tell you, it will manifest. You have to stay faithful. You have to do your due diligence. Okay, the spirit is testing you. They want to see, is this guy worth what he's asking for? Is this girl worth my efforts to really work together with her? Okay, it's very, very important, guys. You have to stay dedicated. You have to give to the spirits. You have to do your duty to receive what you've asking for. And the pact is a very, very intimate thing, and many spirits actually decline, right? Many spirits decline. So it's not that they are forced to enter this with you. It's a blessing if they enter this with you, because they will help you to manifest your goals. So really think about what you can give in return, what you can offer. So both of you are very, very happy and likely to, stick through it. Okay, so regarding the time frame, it can take anywhere from a few hours, days, or even a few months or years, depending on what you specifically have asked for, and what kind of actions you're taking, and what kind of energies you are providing to the spirit. Okay, these are like 3 main factors. Changes may take time. That's number 1. Okay, it may take time to manifest. Number 2, how much action are you taking in specific regard to your goals? Number 3, how much energy are you providing to the spirit to help you manifest these goals? Okay, guys. So whenever the pact is done, you want to make sure that you follow through with what you've promised, just like I've said, and then your manifestation will be received. I can promise you that. And if you plan on making a pact with Bune, and if you have this in your mind, you should do it 100%. Don't put it off. Don't be afraid. Nothing. Life happens out of the comfort zone. And even if you're a bit scared, or even if you're a bit unsure, push through it. Go for it. Don't live a life full of unhappiness. Don't live a life where you do not have what you seek. You're entitled to achieve what you want if you put in the work. And if you dedicate your time and your energy to the amazing gods that are here to teach you and help you become the best version of yourself. And Duke Bune is a master in helping you achieve what you seek and become the best version of yourself, helping you becoming the best version of yourself. There will be lessons to learn. There will be failures, and there will be hardships, and there will be, situations where you feel like, hey man, like, is this all worth it? Is this all working out? Whatever. It will. You have to stay faithful. You have to do what is necessary. And depending on your goal, you have to put in the required amount of energy. But if you do this, you will succeed. You will achieve what you've sought. And Duke Bune can definitely help you to bring your life to the very, very, very next level. And depending on your situation, this might only be a few $100s every month. This might be the better position in the kind of job setup you're in. And yes, this can be manifested. And yes, Duke Bune will help you. So I hope this video has helped you and has given you all the needed information for pact making with Duke Bune. If you have any suggestions or questions about Duke Bune, please feel free to enter them in the comments. It is my duty to help as many souls as possible to connect with Duke Bune. And it is my personal thank you to Duke Bune to do that. Okay? So if you have questions, you can leave them below. And if you are looking for a specific video about Duke Bune, you can also leave me suggestions down below. I wish you the very, very best of success in connecting with Duke Bune. Follow your calling and live your best life right here, right now, starting today. Thank you for watching.